Thanks for joining us on Key Factors, presented by the raceguide.com.au. Stu Rich and Mike Wood here to take you through a big card of racing at Rosehill Gardens this weekend. Plenty of best bets coming your way, a lot of value in there as well, of course, our multis at the end of the show. And Mike, what a few weeks it's been with the Carnival. We've had, of course, the Golden Eagle, we've got the Golden Gift this weekend. Mate, it's Christmas for punters this time of year, isn't it?
Yeah, Christmas for punters, for form analysts. Is it Christmas? I know there's a lot of hard work. I'm more like being a shopping clerk during the Boxing Day sales, I reckon. They just keep coming at you, so much hard work to do. A lot of late nights, a lot of takeaway food, a lot of coffees.
True.
But of course, it's all worth it when we find a winner for us and for you guys at home as well.
Winners, 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 mate. That is exactly what we need. And mate, I'm going to wind back the clock a week, Derby Day. I've known you my whole life. You're usually very good in that race. We didn't get the Derby winner, but you made up for it in the Cup, mate. A great selection. Vow and Declare. The punters were happy.
The one that mattered. You couldn't have ridden that finish, could you? Paradise and Reality coming together, paving the way for the Aussie up the inside. Vow and Declare. Craig Williams, what a ride. You just need a bit of luck in racing sometimes, don't you?
Well, you sure do, mate. And hopefully we can get that this weekend. Rosehill Gardens, another great meeting, Mike. And the sun has been out all week. We're going to be on a lovely, good track this Saturday.
Yeah, so promising for this Saturday. Such a great meeting again. The Carnival rolls on in Sydney for the Spring just a couple of weeks ago. Let's have a look at the conditions and see how it shapes up for this Saturday at Rosehill Gardens. Out 3 metres. It was true last week for that big meeting. Just a bit near pace towards the end of the day. Watch out for irrigation. Thursday night, Friday night. Could be a good for Saturday morning. We think it'll be fair, but maybe a bit near pace towards the end of the day.
All right, now we've got to get stuck into 5 big races on the card, Mike. So where are we going to play, earlier in the day or later on?
We're mixing it up a little bit this time. We've gone for the feature races recently, but we're going to go for the races we've got the most confidence in on Saturday, which is obviously so important. We're staying away from those golden races. They're a bit tricky for us. Race 1, very evenly matched race with some specials. Race 3, we love that race. Race 4, our special of the day of 1,800 metres. Onto the Hot Danish Stakes and finishing off in race 9, an evenly matched race, but a good each-way play there as well.
Well, they're already calling a special race 4. I look forward to that, but it's race 1 that we are kicking off here, Mike. 1,100 metres, of course. It is for the fillies and mares, and let's have a look at the market to get the day started nice and early at Rosehill. Race number 1, and Lucicello, well, favourite, and for a reason. What a great preparation that was. Resuming there, $2. Invictus Salute, $4.80. Block for a run when fresh. We've got Brazen Pine there, $5. Stepping out of the provincial grades, but rock solid. Sophiella, $8.50. Racing well for Björn, and of course, Super Oasis at $10 there with form, tying in around Sophiella from Hawkesbury. And Mike, Lucicello, she's a gun little mare, isn't she?
Yeah, she's a fantastic filly. She's coming into this race on Saturday. She's got some classy form lines. Let's have a look at the obvious one. The Rosebud, Rosehill, 1,100 metres, strong tempo. There's a couple of different ways you can look at this form, though. Cardiff's out in the front, rolling along at a strong tempo, and Lucicello takes the whole length of the straight to run him down, and he was then beaten in a benchmark 70, so that was midweek as well, so the form line's just okay. But you look to her inside, that's Dawn Passage, who ran so well in the Golden Rose, and she almost beats him. So just not sure how to line this form line up, Stu.
All right, and is she going to get back that far on Saturday?
Exactly. Waller runner, first up, getting back, short odds. Ooh, risky, isn't it, Stu?
It is. Well, look, Mike, let's look. That's the favourite. Let's have a look at one here at a bit of odds. This is what we're going to hold, and so it goes. We're looking at here. We're taking you back to a fresh run. Does not get a lot of room here, Mike, till late. Is this one that can improve?
We talk about luck in racing. This horse doesn't get a lot of luck. Sometimes she gets blocked. She has such a fantastic fresh record. She's been off for a long time, but every single, look at that, terrible. Every single one of her fresh runs is fantastic. That's November Man down the outside. She should have brained him by a couple of lengths. So, of course, at her best, she can win on Saturday. Okay, and that's why we've got to look at some of these replays, Mike. We've got to find some of those unlucky runners, but then it's a question whether you take on the favourite. That's what we're here to do, though, now. Let's get the race started. The key factors, who's got all the form? We're looking for the gold bars across the screen. You can sense we might be taking on that favourite, but light up Lucicello for current form. Brazen Pine, gee, she's flying as well, isn't she? All right, well, absolutely, and the form tells us that, Mike. Okay, so you said let's have a look at the favourite here to see if there's any more gold with the first key factor, progression. Yeah, progression first up. Lucicello, she's been beaten a couple of times, so that's a risk. Brazen Pine absolutely smashed them last start. She's improving. Invictus Salute, a big gross type, should be better third and fourth up, but she can improve second up. Okay, so Brazen Pine has gone ahead here, Mike. What about this distance? Yeah, looking for horses that like the 1,100 metres. Sophiella found the 1,200 metres too far last start, and so it goes. 1,100 fresh is ideal and can't find it snippy. A slower tempo is key for her. Okay, we've got some gold down the bottom of the page here, Mike. I'm smelling some value.
who likes the good tracks.
Yeah, just Brazen Pine. She's only a small little thing out to a big track, a bit risky for her, and Can't Find Snippy's been beaten at Rosehill before as well. The rest okay.
And so it goes. Levels up to Brazen Pine and Lucicello as we round the bend. Mike, who's going to get the gun run?
Closely matched sprint races for the mares. Position and run does matter. Invictus Salute box seats. Sophia just behind her, and Can't Find Snippy, a designated leader in a Rosehill 1100 metre race. That's such a key factor, isn't it, Stu?
Some people absolutely love that pattern. So Can't Find Snippy levelling up to And So It Goes there. Brazen Pine, Lucicello, $2 favourite, and a lot of value in this race, Mike. They are all on top there. Let's have a look now to have a look at the bets and, of course, bring these odds back in because I don't think we're on a $2 favourite here, Mike. Look at all the value down the page here. $16, $23. The favourite. We're not backing that.
We are obviously not confident what's going to win, but we are confident where the value is. Brazen Pine, I want to see her at Rosehill. Lucicello getting back first up for Waller. You can have her. I'm not backing her. And So It Goes. Look, she can go forward with James Doyle on board. She's so tough. She always finds the line, and her fresh record is fantastic. So And So It Goes is the best bet for us. And Can't Find Snippy. She always goes forward and she fights so hard, but she generally gets beaten in the last 50 metres. Maybe each way or a place for her.
I like this already, mate. $16 to start off the day in race number 1. That's what we want to see. Let's get stuck into race 3 now. It is for the stayers and it's the 2400 metre handicap, a benchmark 78, and really keen to see this girl step out to the 2400, Mike. Angel of Heaven, $2.50 favourite. We've got Humboldt Current, $4.60, $4 in the same race as Angel of Heaven. Desert Path, $5 coming off a midweek win. Rock Hard Fit. We've got Re-Edit with a little bit of money, 7 into the $5. Absolutely forget he went around in the Tattersalls Cup. He's down there for good reason. Duchess of Lennox, a little bit of money as well. $9 into the 8. Did a few things wrong behind Angel of Heaven, but very well placed at the weights, Mike. And look, a really good crop here, but Angel of Heaven, this is a good horse, going places, and of course, up to the right distance.
Yeah, we were following her last prep, and she almost beat Mrs. Madrid, didn't she? She was unlucky, then she went to Queensland and raced well. Let's have a look at her, Angel of Heaven, and her last start run over 2,000 metres. And there wasn't much tempo on this race this day, was there? But Natural Willer was near the pace. And of course, like he does, he soaks them up early. And she was very strong. Humboldt Current just ground away. I backed him this day, really badly out sprinted. Will the 2400 metres help? I'm not so sure. And Duchess of Lennox laying in, laying out, firm tracks. Maybe she needs some rain, I think, on Saturday to perform.
Well, look, not going to get that Saturday, Mike. But look, biggest thing here, this horse, of course, it just wants to step out that little bit more in distance.
Yeah, big, beautiful mare. Look at that big, beautiful long stride on her, up to 2400 metres near the pace. She will be lifting late, so hard to beat on Saturday.
Well, look, another horse there that's in the market, Mike, that I know you want to have a very good look at is Re-Edit. We're going to take you back to Doomben. We're on the 1st of June here this year. And, of course, this is the PJ O'Shea Group 2 level. Worked forward this day, but, look, that's Canedna coming down the outside. So this is pretty decent form lines here.
This is serious form. And there's Mrs. Madrid just to her outside, and she's beating her up. So that's a bit of a form line we can take us away straight away. She can lead. The way she's been parading this preparation has been so beautiful. She's bigger, she's stronger, she's more robust. I thought she'd love the 2400 metres. She was so unlucky last up when she was smashed on the inside. She probably would have placed.
Yep.
And she's even better placed on Saturday for sure.
All right, so many good notes from yourself there in the yard. That's what the punters have got to look for on the weekend, Mike. Let's get this race started. It's the staying feature of the day, 2400 metres. And, well, we've seen a few of these horses lately, and Re-Edit's got the form.
Yeah, excited about this race. I'm factoring the fact she probably would have placed last start, so give her a gold bar for form.
OK, so Re-Edit on top. Let's get this race started, Mike. I think we're pretty excited here. Progression to start.
Great race. Curata Princess, can she improve enough? But she's definitely got more upside. Her form's up and down.
OK, so no goal for the favourites there, but I'm sure there'll be some gold here for the distance.
Yeah, 2400 metres. The favourites should love it. Humboldt Current just needs a bit more tempo. So does Curata Princess down the bottom there.
OK, here comes Angel of Heaven, Humboldt and Re-Edit. They're the ones they got to catch, Mike. Track conditions, this could really split them.
Yeah, firm Rosehill. The 3 favourites won't absolutely love it, but they'll love it more than the rest. A few horses, a bit of a grinding type, so won't love the firm track.
Ooh, could this be an absolute classic staying matchup, Mike? Angel of Heaven and Re-Edit way out in front. The rest off and gone. Position in run.
Yeah, all the favourites should be fine. Could have given a tick to Re-Edit because we just saw her lead in that replay, didn't we?
We did. Look, OK, so no gold there to finish off, Mike, but I'll tell you what, it is a pretty decent gap there. Back to Humboldt Current for Angel of Heaven and Re-Edit. And, well, look, Mike, time for a bet here. I'm sensing a lot of confidence. 2400 metres. I know you love these staying races, mate, so let's get this one all unfolding. We've got $2.50 favourite here in Angel of Heaven. Is that the right price? Re-edit $5, a little bit of money. Hoping some of that is yours, mate, because there we go. This is a two-horse war.
Yep, it's a bit of mine. Two-horse race. Angel of Heaven so good, but loses Natural Willer. Re-edit so unlucky last start and better odds. So not a rocket scientist to work out which way we're going to go. You could go either way, but re-edit each way play of the day.
There we go.
She will run top three, and we think she'll win.
All right, re-edit there for us over the 2,400 metres. There's a look at two races from Rosehill Gardens this weekend. Stick around after the break. Plenty more coming your way. Welcome back to Key Factors, presented by theraceguide.com.au. We're two races down at Rosehill Gardens this weekend, and the next one we've got coming up for you is race number 4, over 1,800 metres. And, well, it's not often you see the Coonamble Cup winner coming to town, and that's exactly what we got here in Falcon Island, oil supported, $4.20 into $3.90. We'll go forward and be tough to run down again here. Pressure, here we go, $10 into $5. So a few of these punters will be feeling a bit of pressure to get the cash here. Matt Kamani making another trip to Sydney here. Eugene's pick, $7.50 into $6.50. Robert and Luke Price getting ready to get him to the $1 million gong race. We've got Mangione, $7 there. Ran on solid for a win at Gosford. Foreign Territory, $9. Gets to a better trip now, third up. We've got California Longbow there, $9. Pancho, Romany Girl Form, another looking to peak here, third up. And, of course, Strike Rock made the run with Romany Girl at Randwick before leaving out late. Mike, what a race this is. Coonamble Cup form.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that in a second. Let's start with Eugene's pick, and I'll tell you a bit of a story, Stu, about its preparation so far. First up, 1,200 metres, unlucky. Second up, soft track. A little bit unlucky again, but didn't like the soft track. Third up, we backed her. 15.50 at Kenzo. Absolutely no luck. This is fourth up. She's flying, obviously. She comes to a Group 3 race, though. She's just a bit plain, or is she? She rates about 80 on the way she performed this day. Adam and Gary's only a few lengths in front. She beats Zaria by a couple of lengths, who's since won. At the weights on Saturday, based on this run, she is so well placed, Stu.
So that's not an unlucky run. The others were, but weights and measures run.
But that's enough.
Okay. Right. I told you we have to have a look at this replay, Mike. We've got to. Coonamble Cup, Falcon Island. How good's this? Out to hitting the front here, Mike. They could not get past.
Yeah, they're advertising the Adam Innerby Cup on Big Sports Breakfast at the moment. I'll be there in a couple of weeks. It's
we love that
one of my favourite country race meetings. The fishing's good around there as well. Look, this was such a big win for Falcon Island, and a lot of the form analysts love this win because it rated so well. The time was so strong. But the thing you've got to say about this horse is he loves an absolutely rock-hard deck, and that right there is a rock-hard deck, Stu.
Yes, mate. Look, I want you to succeed on the punting this weekend, but I do wish you well in the fishing down at Adam Innerby, mate. We were down there one year. We need to catch more than the one we caught last time.
Yep.
That's it. Let's get this race started now, Mike. All the key factors, of course, the form. Where do you line up Falcon Island form with Coonamble Cup?
Well, okay, but Eugene's pick, we just said her run rated about 78.80, and her mark with the claim is 65 lengths in front, Stu.
You are already frothing here, Mike. Let's get the key factors started. Progression.
That's your job, mate. Progression. Pressure, third up, she can improve, bouncing off a second up run. Mangione, third up, he can improve as well.
Okay, they're not making any inroads here. Eugene's pick way out in front. What about the distance?
California Longbow comes from a strong form race. He can improve third up. Foreign Territory up to 18s, and a tick for him too.
Okay, so a few at value there might like that. What about the track conditions?
Well, I was worried about Eugene's at Rosehill, but a lot of these horses are a concern at Rosehill. Mangione and Condor probably the best, but Eugene's pick should be fine.
Doesn't look like you're worried about much here, Mike. What about position in run?
A few leaders, tempo should be honest. Tongue tie on for Eugene's pick. Just settle her, Brock, and come home late.
Eugene's pick, and that looks about it from the rest. How many lengths is that? 3. That's about 4 lengths back, Mike. This is a big, okay, we've got to have a play here. That is a monster margin. This is clear. You said there was a very big bet coming up. Let's have a look now to see if anything else can even factor in this race, Mike.
Nope.
Eugene's pick, why is it still $6.50? And can I ask, is this the horse at the Kenzo that day? You rang me and you said I was in the car wash and I put this bet on and it didn't go good.
I was in one of those auto car washes and the washers were around me. No one could hear what I was saying.
It was
which was
one.
Very lucky because that was a very bad beat. Look, let's go straight to the best bet. Eugene's pick at the weights. She simply wins, but she is Eugene's pick, so we're a little bit concerned. But $6.50 we'll take. That's a big bet on Saturday.
All right, $6.50 with a lot of confidence there in race number 4, Rosehill Gardens this weekend. Let's keep it all moving. We're up to race number 7, and what a race this is. It is the Hot Danish Stakes over the 1,400 metres, Group 2 level for the mares. And, well, most of this form coming through the division, obviously won by Madame Rouge, but Reel 'em in Ruby, $4, just missing in that race, has never missed a place. $4 favourite. Madame Rouge, $6.50 to the division winner. Eldorado Colorado Dreaming coming out of a different form line, $10, resuming in the Theo Marks, then went for a little let up. Multaja there, $10, working home well in the division, ready to profit, gave a good kick in the same race. We've got Miss Fabulous there at $10, Mike, another with Division form. And outside of that, look, Lover ran on really well to Grey Worm resuming, and Dyslexic backing up from the 2-rack. What were they doing down there?
I don't know. Miles too far for her. We'll have a look at her 2 runs ago in a second. Let's have a look at the division. You mentioned it a couple of times there, Stu. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coming through this race, and they were all pretty good. Madame Rouge, we weren't sure about her this day because she's second up. She can run flat, but she's still got the job done. Really, Ruby was solid right in the mix, ready to profit. Led probably had her chance. Moss Trip, after doing nothing her last few starts, she's in the red cap.
Yep.
She ran home pretty well. Nikki's Gold, good. Multaja maybe a bit too far back, Stu, but so many runs to look at.
Yeah, a tough one to catch, that one for me, Mike. But yeah, I mean, the horse like Madame Rouge, you know, can it just keep going here? A horse like Real Em in Ruby, she just tries.
So solid, but there's nothing much between them. Pretty in Pink with the yellow cap there. She was disqualified because she just missed the start, but she was right in the mix there. She probably had her chance.
All right, look, let's have another replay here, Mike. And you've signalled this one out. Well, for obvious reason, it's Dyslexic. This is Group 2 form. They're going to the Golden Pendant. We're talking about horses like Mizzy, Champagne Cuddles. Now, we said this horse went down to the 2-rack after. No good. But, Mike, this was a day that actually didn't have any unlucky stories, this horse.
Yeah, and it was pretty good, wasn't it? Mizzy's flying. Champagne Cuddles got on to really strong sort of group level form after this, and she wasn't far off the 2 of them. Like we said, the 2-rack, 1,600 metres, was simply too far. Plus, she was 3 wide, no cover for pretty strong tempo. Back to 1,400 metres is a tick, but they're not robots. Deep into their preparation, can she produce again? Can she go to the well against you?
Well, we'll need to see a few ticks from the key factors. So let's get this race started now, Mike. Starting with the form, who has got the gold to light up the Hot Danish Stakes?
We're ignoring the last start run, going back 2 starts ago. Dyslexic was going pretty well.
All right, and at very decent odds. Let's see if she can hold on here, Mike. As always, progression.
Progression is the risk for Dyslexic. There are a lot of other mares with more upside. This preparation, she may be going backwards.
Yep, a few there running in third up. What about the distance?
Vinakucha was pretty good in Melbourne last up from a good form race. Soothing Stamp, that form today.
Absolutely.
She can win today.
Okay, so Real Em Ruby, Madame Rouge and Dyslexic there, but of course there's plenty in this pairs race, Mike. What about the dry track?
They're all pretty much okay, I reckon.
All right, you're saying they can all handle it. Let's move on to position in run, because that might be the last one.
If it dries out, Ready to Profit can lead. Madame Rouge, Real Em Ruby can just tag her. They get great spots on Saturday.
Look, as you would have expected, Mike, not much between a field like this. Real Em Ruby, Madame Rouge, you've got Ready to Profit right there, Dyslexic right there. As always with the mares, you're going to probably look for value because there's not going to be much between them at the end. Let's have a look now to see which one we can try and come up with, Mike. I mean, $4 the field. It is Real Em Ruby on top there, Mike. But look, joined by $6.50 Madame Rouge. Moss Trip, you might have signalled one out here. I didn't find that one in the replay, so nice. But Ready to Profit 11s, 10s. Look, there's so much value here.
Yeah, ones you can try and come up with their exact words, Stu. We're kind of guessing a little bit. It's going to be a close finish. We can guarantee that. But we'll take the one on the way up and the one we think's on the way down but might just hang on for a win. Moss Trip, look, she's improving now. When mares start to improve, they can keep running well.
Stick with that form.
Up to 1,400 metres, she'll be very strong. And Dyslexic, just in case she's okay, check the yard in the market. She can win as well.
All right, so Moss Trip there for us. Doesn't sound like as much confidence as earlier in the day, Mike.
Small bets for that one.
Very nice each way value there. Let's wrap it up now with race number 9 on the card. 1,400 metres at benchmark 78 level, handicap conditions. And, well, Bergen, Mike, has come into favouritism here. $5.50 into $4.80. Fighting on behind Romney Girl last start. Looking set for third up now. We've got Pandano, $4.80. Bringing in some of that Newcastle form. Paul Pebby bringing the Dundee Colt to Rosehill for the first time. Final award, $6.50, really hitting his straps now. Runner-up last 2, finishing ahead of Bergen last start. High Shine, $6.50, fighting on fresh. And, of course, Sausage, $8.50 there. Another coming through the Romney Girl race. And, look, Mike, we've got Canberra form, Newcastle form. What's going to stack up in the big smoke?
Let's have a look. Is it Sausage or Sausage? I don't know. Sausage, you said. We'll go with that one. Let's have a look at Randwick, 1,500 metres. Bergen second up, straight to 1,500 metres. John O'Shea was hoping the tempo would be steady, but it wasn't. Mercurial Lad rolled in the lead and he was pretty tough to hang on for 6th. Final award in the red, running on pretty well after he was slow to begin for the 6th or 7th time in a row, so he will be slow on Saturday. And Sausage coming from Canberra back to the inside. Look, this Canberra form didn't quite hold up, did it, Stu?
Didn't this day, Mike, but when these horses do come to town, we've got Newcastle, Canberra to think about here. They're the ones you've really got to play with in your ratings, right?
You've got to have a look at, but it often drops back a few lengths into City Grade, which is what that horse did there.
Okay, well, that's why we're looking at it. Let's have a look at this other replay here, Mike. We're going all the way back to the 18th of May. We're looking at Cuban Royale and Mapmaker here. And, well, I thought it was a pretty good ride this day. But Winona Cost and Cuban Royale didn't have to pass much, but really like the way it finished late.
Yeah, dry track, Rosehill, 1,400 metres. Had to have a look at this replay. This is a decent form reference. It's running on with Asterius, who won last Saturday.
There we go.
So
okay.
we know what a strong finisher that horse is. Good last 200 metres, can settle closer to the pace on Saturday and gets the claim for Louise Day.
All right, there we go. Okay, so look, a couple of nice replays there to look at. Race number 9, late in the day, Mike. We need to get the kitty up. Let's go. Let's get this race started now. The form and the key factors. Wow, look at this. Gold all over the page.
There is gold. Mapmaker, look, 2 starts ago we're rating him because last start was a bit of a funny race. He was in form. Matawi was in great form, but he's back in distance now.
Okay, can progression start to help us here? We need to clear something out.
Bergen's got upside. Only raced a few times. High Shine was so awful in the yard first up. He could definitely improve, and Quadriga has to get upside.
Okay, so Bergen sticks the nose out in front. What about the distance?
Strong 15 was just too much last start. Steady a 14, much better for Bergen.
Okay, so Bergen just kicking away here. This looks good. What about the dry track? Does that suit it?
Yeah, Quadriga should absolutely love it though. And Cuban Royal, we just saw that replay for a reason. Dry Rosehill's good for him.
Okay, so Bergen's still out in front from a whole host of others here, Mike. Who gets the gun run?
Pandano from Newcastle on the pace, but Rachel King on Bergen and Louise Day on Cuban Royal get control, and the boys will be chasing soon.
All right, so Bergen out in front by a couple of lengths from Pandano and Cuban Royale we saw from the replay there, Mike. Well, Bergen, I'll tell you what, mate, I've been there. It is an absolute rainy city. It rains. I don't know how many days of the year, mate. I reckon it's 300 plus.
Not promising for this bet.
Let's have a look now to wrap it all up. Race number 9. Bergen there, $4.80. A couple of lengths out in front, Mike. The other favourite, look, it's a couple of lengths behind, but it's right there. Cuban Royale, you found one here, Mike. But this looks like a decent go here at Each Wales to finish the day.
Yeah, don't mind these horses. Pandano, I want to see him in the city. He's failed in the city a couple of times before. High Shine was poor in the parade first up, can improve, but I want to see him as well. I said Rachel King, I said Louise Day would have control in the lead. So we are going for those 2 great jockeys, Bergen and Cuban Royale, on pace, end of the day, dry Rosehill. That's always the way to play, isn't it, Stu?
That's your biggest key factor, isn't it? On pace, dry Rosehill. Let's hit it. Bergen there for us. Race number 9 with Cuban Royale as the value. Well, there's a look at 5 big races this weekend. Stick around after the break. All our multis and, of course, the $100 hot seat coming your way. Welcome back to Key Factors, presented by the raceguide.com.au, where we're keeping the golden theme going at Rosehill Gardens this weekend. Mike, we've had a look at 5 big races. We didn't touch on the 2-year-old race. Let's have a look to see what appears in the tips now. But I'll tell you what, 9 big races on the card. We've had a look at 5. I liked some of this value here, mate, early in the day as well.
There are some juicy prices there, and so it goes. Such a great fresh record. And gee, she finds line, hit a target up in distance. I think he'll be fine. Re-edit. A great 2-horse staying race at $5. We'll take those odds. Eugene's pick, the bet of the day at $6.50 on weights just wins. Emanuela, God, she was good last start. Gravina in the 2-year-old race, unlucky last start, can win $11. Moss Trip improving at 16. Echo Trip first up, 2 trips in a row. And Bergen, your trip to Bergen, Stu, you love those trips. He can win at $4.80 as well.
Oh, Norway, it's a great country, Mike. There's a summary of the best bets and, of course, $100 hot seat time. This is what we need to get up, Mike. I've sensed a lot of confidence here. Eugene's pick is going to be in there, but how much are you investing?
Yeah, we're just still scratching around, aren't we? The profit's just eking out. 408 for this year. We need to improve before the end of the year. A couple of roughies in race 1, and so it goes to win. Good. Can't find Snippy leading to place. Reed at $20 at $5, we like her. Eugene's pick, big odds, $40 will have $40 on her to win, and a place all up at $370. Re-edit, Bergen, both hard to beat. All
right, you've made a pretty good case for a lot of these, Mike. So there's a $100 hot seat for all those punters heading out to Rosehill Gardens with $100 to get through. Charity multi-time, of course, we're doing it for Dementia Australia. Mike, we've had a lot of promise here. You're there. Let's get this up.
Which ones have you gone with?
We need this, mate. Re-edit the place. $1.75 in the staying race. Made a good case for that. Eugene's pick. Why is this horse $6.50? That's the only question I can still ask you, mate. So let's have that. Bergen, a place, $2.10. It's going to be on pace right there. How's that? $10 at 24. That looks pretty juicy. And I'll tell you what, Mike, this Quinella, Re-edit and Angel of Heaven, they are panels above the rest. $10 there. That might pay all right.
Yeah, we're going on a golf trip this weekend, aren't we, Stu? There'll be a punt club on the Saturday. We'll be putting our money where our mouth is. and putting a big bet on that multi and that quinoa as well.
We will have to get the money home, of course, for charity, but yes, for the Golf Punters Club as well. Well, that's it from us on Key Factors. I hope you have a great day at Rosehill Garden this weekend. Head to theraceguide.com.au for all your feature profiling, because that's what Mike loves doing. The hard, fast Rosehill track, they're all profiled for you.
Cheers, good punting.